Hello ladies and gentlebots, this is Ty7EM and I've got my custom Fall of Cybertron Cliffjumper up for you guys today. I had been thinking about doing this custom for quite some time, ever since the Transformers Prime Cliffjumper Robots in Disguise had come out. I wanted to do a head switch and I just I thought about it, kind of got lazy, and not only that, I didn't want to ruin a figure, even though he honestly is kind of ugly. And so I kind of sat back and waited for a little bit, and I saw someone do the head swap with the War for Cybertron Cliffjumper. Took that head off and put the Prime Cliffjumper head on. And so it kind of inspired me to actually do my custom. I also made a custom weapon for him, which I will show you guys up close in just a little bit. And let's get started. So we're going to start off with... Cliffjumper and Bumblebee in their Cybertronian modes. This is from War for Cybertron. They're twins, you know, repaints of each other, minus the head. If you look, I added a Autobot sticker on the back here. Everything else is pretty much, I guess you'd call, stock. And for this Bumblebee, I put some pretty sweet repro labels on him, so you could see kind of the shiny outlines along with the Autobot sticker there. So there you go. Anyways, the War for Cybertron Cliffjumper, you know, basically in car mode looks exactly the same. You're just gonna see the difference in the head sculpt. So I'm gonna start to transform him here. So here's Cliffjumper in all of his glory. Like I said, basically his body is gonna be exactly the same. The only thing I did was switch the head out. I'm gonna do a quick 360 for you guys to see. He still has his backpack and all that, but he's got a little bit, you know, his head's a little bit different. Let's see if this thing will autofocus for me. I guess it's about as good as it's going to get. Basically, it's the head from the Robots in Disguise Cliffjumper. So, you know, the colors actually are not that far off. They're pretty well put together. They match pretty well. The head, you know, there's no problem with the clearance when it comes to transforming him. Luckily, these horns are that soft rubber, so you just kind of push it through and you're able to close it. So what I had to do with them was his the head from this head had a ball joint attached to it, whereas the body had a ball joint attached to it. So you've got two ball joints kind of going at each other like that. So I had to cut off the ball joint from the head. I used some styrene. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but I used some styrene to be able to create that neck joint right there, where the ball joint was able to connect to the head. So there you go. I'm gonna transform Bumblebee right now, and that way you can get a good side-by-side look with both of them. So there you go, guys. This is a little side-by-side comparison, so you guys can get an idea of what they look like next to each other. So for Fall of Cybertron, when the in-game footage came out, you got to see him carry a weapon. It was called the EMP shotgun. And so after I saw that, I decided that I wanted to try my hand at creating a custom weapon. I before this had absolutely no experience in building custom weapons. You know, I just used bits and pieces of things that I had, and I came up with this. This is my rendition of the MP shotgun with some energy going on in the middle there. Just to give it a little bit of that epic feel. I gave it a kind of an aged metallic look. You could see all the rivets and stuff on it, and it fits perfectly in his hand. So he's able to carry it. And if you wanted to, you know, I think he had a pose that was something similar to this. Something similar to that. And I don't know. I personally like it. He turned out really well. I like the War for Cybertron mold. I'm glad that he's finally being put into Fall of Cybertron. And, you know, just to give you guys that another little bit of that 360 view again. So, there you go. One last thing. I'm a bit of a nerd, and I'm going to show you guys a pose that I personally like putting him together with Bumblebee. Oh, one more thing. The battle axe that came with Cliffjumper from Prime fits in the hand actually really well. It looks pretty cool. It works. Works for him. Before I show the pose I like putting him in, I decided to try my hand at another custom figure since the Cliffjumper body was, since the Cliffjumper body was available. I just kind of decided to make my own guy. I'm thinking about repainting him. Let me know. I'm thinking about painting him purple. I'm gonna make him Decepticon. Or if you guys like the red, just let me know in the comment box below. Alright, so anyways, without further ado, I'm going to show you my favorite pose to have the War for Cybertron Cliffjumper and Bumblebee in. So this is actually one of my favorite poses to put him in, and there's a certain reason for it, and I'm going to give you guys a couple of seconds to guess, and then I'm going to give you guys a hint, and then I'm just going to tell you what it is. So there you go, a couple of seconds. And how about this? And I'll give you guys another hint. And shepherds we shall be for thee, my lord, for thee. For some weird reason, it just seems right to pair them up and play Boondock Saints. But I don't know, it's just, there's just something that's just really badass about them together. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. You guys can always follow me on Twitter at @BotCliffJumper, and also, my YouTube is Ty7EM. Subscribe if you guys haven't. Click like if you guys like it, and I appreciate your views. Thank you very much, and until next week, take it easy. Bye. And there goes his leg.